governors of Texas and New Jersey, oh, are they in a spat? Texas Governor Abbott tried to lure Jersey residents with the promise of lower taxes. Governor Murphy responded, calling it a cheap shot and telling Abbott to back off. This all comes after Murphy proposed $2.7 billion worth of new tax increases for the Garden State. Chuck DeVore's with us. He's with the Texas Public Policy Foundation. Chuck, I've got to tell the audience, you're the guy who moved from California to Texas because of rotten taxes in California. I want you to comment on Governor Murphy of New Jersey, who's telling Governor Abbott of Texas, back off. What do you say?
Well, I think the governor of New Jersey is playing with fire right now, because while New Jersey is certainly a lower tax state than is New York, it is in a high tax neighborhood. It's a lot higher tax state than in the rest of the country. And after President Trump's big tax cut and tax reform with the limitation on state and local tax deductions, you're going to see the average New Jersey resident see about a 1.6% improvement in their after-tax income. But in California, it's going to be, in Texas, it's going to be 2.6%, about 63% more of a benefit. And if he puts through that multi-billion-dollar tax increase in New Jersey, you're going to see that advantage in favor of Texas just get bigger.
I think it's worse than you're making out. If you're in a decent income in New Jersey, for example, you can no longer deduct your New Jersey state tax against your federal tax. So your overall tax bill goes way up. If you're in the, the top 5%, top 1%, there's going to be an exodus, Chuck, a huge exodus.
Well, that is true if you're in the very top income tax brackets. I was speaking to the average. And to that point, though, Stuart, if you look at the U.S. Census Bureau's data for state-to-state domestic migration, you'll see about a little more than 80,000 people move to Texas than move out of Texas. And that's the same with New Jersey, only the opposite. In other words, 80,000 more Americans are leaving New Jersey every year than are moving into New Jersey. And I think a large part of that is the state's very high state and local taxes and the burdensome regulatory climate in New Jersey.
I don't think most people will realize what's happened until this time next year. Because this time next year, April 15th, whatever the tax deadline is, that's when the realization comes, especially for high-income earners in the state of California, New Jersey, New York, and Illinois. That's why you left California, isn't it?
Well, that's absolutely correct, and I think you're seeing an acceleration of that. I looked at the first 3 months of job data for non-farm seasonally adjusted employment and excluding government employment. And I was looking for some patterns, Stuart, and what I've seen in the first quarter of this year is that in the 5 states that tax the most and that have the biggest populations, they are growing their employment base at half the rate of the 10 states that have the low taxes like Texas. And Stuart, if that continues on for a while, you may see a shift in population equivalent to 6 more congressional seats that are going to shift away from these high-tax states like New York and New Jersey and California and move to the low-tax states like Texas and Florida.
All I've got to say to that, Chuck, is good. The sooner the better. Chuck DeVore, thank you very much for joining us, sir. We appreciate it.